my name's Ashley, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a pie crust from scratch. The first thing we need to do is gather our ingredients. We have 1 cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 of a cup of Crisco, and 3 to 5 tablespoons of very cold water. To begin the preparations for our pie, we will need to sift together the flour, the salt, and the baking powder. If you do not have a sifter at home, you can just stir it really well, and that'll work too. Next, we want to cut our shortening into the flour with a pastry cutter. Once that's done, we're going to want to add our cold water. Just add like 3 tablespoons at a time, just to make sure we don't put too much water in there. And start to stir it around like this. I don't think that's enough water, so I'm going to put some more in there. As you can see, it's starting to come together, and this is when you may want to add just a tiny bit more water, and then it'll really come together. At this point, you can use your fingers to kind of roll it into a ball. Make sure you get all of that in there, all the crumbs. Once you get it shaped into a ball, we're just going to put it to the side right here, and we're going to prepare the surface for us to roll our pie crust out. Let's get started with that. Here I have just a regular sheet of wax paper, which you could pick up just about anywhere. On this wax paper here, I have just a little bit of flour, and this is what I'm going to roll my dough out on. And just get your dough and put it on here like this. Kind of push it out with your fingers as much as you can. Be gentle with it. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of flour on top like that, and we're going to fold this side of the wax paper over, and we're going to start rolling it out with our rolling pin. Just remember to be gentle with it. Roll it a little bit more. I'm going to put some more flour on top of it, just to keep it from sticking to my rolling pin. That's not good. And I always roll mine out just to, you know, as big as I can get it. Now, as you can see, I kind of just flopped my wax paper and pie crust onto the pie dish that I have. And you see all these loose edges? Like, what do you do with those when you get those? I always, you know, I pull off what I can, and then I just tuck under the excess. Just kind of pull it off little by little. I know it's a big crust and it looks like we have a lot left over, but it's always best to make sure you have more than, you know, you don't want to have to roll this thing back out. We're going to fold under the excess pie crust, and it's nice and pretty. And this is how I do my pie crust. You can do it however you want. Well, this is how I decorate it. Like I just do like that. Like I pinch the edges just like that. Like you take 2 fingers and do like that. I'm pretty sure I do it wrong, so you could probably Google it though. I don't know why I started doing it like that, but it works for me. I mean, you can do whatever you want though. And some people even like take a fork and just press the fork around the edges. Sometimes I do that too if I'm feeling kind of lazy. Well, that's your beautiful pie crust, and we're gonna put it in the oven right now. I have the oven preheated at 425, and I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 10 minutes, but I'm gonna watch it though, because you know these things tend to burn, especially everybody's oven's kind of different. And another thing is, now I'm gonna poke some holes in this pie crust. Some people even take like a bag and fill it with like red beans and put it in there, just so that the crust doesn't rise. I don't really have a whole lot of problems with that, as long as I just, you know, poke the edges a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna put this in the oven for 10 minutes. Well, as you can see, our pie crust is done. I went ahead and took the liberty of filling it up with something delicious. You are very welcome. Pie crust came out awesome. As you can see, the outside of it is nice and brown in color. It's crispy and crunchy, and it came out really good. The recipe that I gave you is a no-fail recipe. I've tried 1,000 of them with different kinds of fats and different kinds of flours, and this one that I made here and the one that you have the recipe for, it'll work every time. It's perfect. I love it, and I've been using it for like 3 years, and I've never tried a different one since, unless it's like the pre-made one. And so yeah, but I'm gonna cut into this, and I just want to see how it came out, you know. Can't wait to see how our pie crust came out. I'm gonna cut a big slice too. It's okay if your pie crust breaks a little bit when you're pulling it out. Oh dear, this is gonna be so good. Wow. Would you just look at that? Whew, that's gonna be so good. Well, I hope you enjoyed the pie crust tutorial. You know the drill. If you want to see me make anything else, I will be absolutely ecstatic to cook something for you. So just let me know, and let me know how you like the pie crust tutorial. And if you have any questions, you know, you can ask me, and give me some feedback. Let me know if it was helpful. Let me know how yours came out. I want to know, and I want some. So if you like, bring some to my house or something. I'm gonna just try this. That's good. That's good pie. That's some good crust.